This is the Tabata Awagami Blue No. 2 Cleaver 210mm knife. Chef Knives to go. I'm Steve Gamache, and this is another quick look product review. This particular knife has 3 layers to it in the construction. So it has a soft iron reactive cladding over the top on each side of that Awagami or Blue Paper No. 2 reactive high carbon steel. Heat treat should be around 61, 62 Rockwell on that core steel. So this is an all reactive blade. It's heavy, it's fairly thin at the edge, and it's a good performing knife. So this is, again, a heavy cleaver, not a thin, light cleaver. But this will do a lot of cool stuff in the kitchen. The particular style of this knife has slightly different techniques and enables some different things from a traditional chef knife style shape. But nonetheless, this is a very nicely crafted knife, and the steel will get really sharp. The weight and dimensions on these can be a little different from knife to knife. This particular one is 424 grams or 15 ounces. So again, it's got some weight to it to assist with your cutting. The edge length is about 211 millimeters on the edge. Overall length about 365 millimeters. And then it's got some thickness on the spine. I measured about 3.2 millimeters about at the back, and then about halfway down I measured about 2.85. And then it pretty much just holds that all the way down to the end of the top. And then the height is about 86 millimeters at the back and 87 at the middle, about 86 at the front. Real easy to see the fit and finish here. The handle is an oval rosewood with a black packawood ferrule. Nice fit and finish on the handle. The knife, let's get our beauty shot here. So you can see the finish marks are with the blade, which is nice. When you clean it, you're always wiping with the blade, so if you have any scratches as you clean it and use it, that'll kind of go with the finish on it and help disappear a little bit and hide those. You've got some embossed kanji on the back here. Here's your grind. The grind on this side is a little, it starts up here on this side. On the back side, the grind actually starts further down where it starts really changing. It starts in here, but then right about in there it starts thinning out quite a bit on the edge, so it's not quite a symmetrical grind. I tinkered with this one a little bit, so I've got a little bit of patina there from some cutting. I've got to clean it up before I put it back in the box and touch it up, but this will separate food nicely. It's got a lot of weight to it, so you can let the knife do the work. You can definitely feel on the back side you get a little bit more of the grind kind of kicks in a little lower. On the front side here, on the right side, it starts a little higher. But I didn't really notice any steering when I was using it. There's your core steel right there. And then you got your sharp tip on this. Fit and finish is nicely done. They've polished and relieved the corners of the spine. They've done a nice job on the choil here. There's no sharp edges on it. Out of the box edge, I'd say 5, 6 out of 10. I did just a little touch up on a strop, and it touched up pretty nicely out of the box. So again, it's heavy. Balance point is like way up here, as you might guess. It's way forward, but these have a lot of different techniques that you can use in terms of holding these things. So there's a lot of different ways to use these. Cutting board profile, let's see what it looks like on the board. And in kind of a typical cleaver, it's got a little bit of belly, which you want. Perfectly flat would be really hard to use because the front and back would be dinging the cutting board unless you were perfect with your knife strokes. So you always want a little bit of belly there. But this is great for tip draws through product. It works great on that. I did some peppers with it. It's like boom, boom, boom. Just went through them like butter. But there's your edge profile. It is pretty thin right at the edge. We can get that choil shot. You can see how that thins out. It widens out pretty quick, but it thins out right at the edge. So this will separate product real nicely. Again, it's just a cool knife. It's definitely a different style than like a CCK thin cleaver, but that weight really makes a difference cutting through product. So this is the Tabata Awagami or Blue No. 2 Cleaver 210mm knife.